Hi, welcome to the bar on the shore of the cosmic ocean. I'm calling this bar the bar on the shore of the cosmic ocean in honor of Carl Sagan. And this bar is a new set we're going to use for having chit-chats in the Ethereal Mechanics Patreon site. And one or two of these videos might make it out to the YouTube site. The purpose of this set is to have a talk where I don't really need to do a talking hands demonstration. This bar, by the way, is a bar in my basement, which was here from the original owners. They had to build it into the basement, I believe. It's a bar from a hotel that underwent renovations, and they got rid of the bar, and these people took the bar and put it in the basement here. It's a full wet bar. Even has refrigeration units back here from the original, but I don't think they work. The only thing I did differently, other than stock it with the alcohol you see back here, is I changed out the dingy lights they had up there. They had basically dingy fluorescent lights. So I made an Arduino LED chain type display. My intent was to go for kind of a bright, throbbing power look that would kind of look like the core or the reactor of a starship. That's what I was going for. And the idea being that the LEDs would sparkle off all the different shaped bottles here. But I think what I have to do to improve that is get rid of the smoked glass. So let's get on with the topics of the day. For the first topic of the day, I'd like to discuss something that's been bothering me. It seems amazing to me how somebody can go into their living room, on their living room table, put together a couple of batteries and other stuff, and it made him pretty much show a really fraudulent over-unity generator with no more production than that, can get over 100,000, 500,000 hits on YouTube. And here I'm producing stuff that I think is really flooring science. I mean, the circular definition in science should have, in my opinion, that's a video that should have gone global. It should have gone viral. I mean, to me, that's showing that, you know, modern science is at the end of where it can go with what it knows. And yet I can't catch it, you know, and I'm grateful of my Patreon folks that have found me. I really appreciate my Patreon subscribers. But I mean, where are the hundreds of thousands of people that should be at least clicking on YouTube and giving me a little bit of cash that way? You know, this is what's plaguing me. Now, Sebastian is helping out. He's going to go through and change the tags and do other things like that to see if that, in fact, it may be the cause. But I was thinking, because one of my Patreon subscribers, when I made a derogatory, I didn't think it was derogatory, but a lot of people took it as derogatory, against Ken Wheeler, she defended him. And so I read what she said, and what she said sounded very impressive. But just because something sounds impressive doesn't mean it has any value. So I started thinking about it. Dawning, what am I missing that everybody else who's actually making a big impact on the, you know, like the Thunderbolts project? I'm sorry, I watched one of their videos, a suggestion to somebody, and it's like, oh, everything is an electric arc, can be explained by electric arc. Okay. Yeah. And so, but I looked at this trying to figure what is it that people are putting 500,000 to 1 million hits on these videos over. Yeah, they've got some good animation, some good background music. I don't really know if that would help, because I mean, the other guy doing the generator on his couch in his living room didn't have any of the fancy animation, but he's got 500,000 hits. So there's something else. And it dawned on me when I was watching this video of the Thunderbolts project. It dawned on me, Carl Sagan understands. And what I'm missing, which all these other people have in spades, is they offer a sense of wonder, enchantment, mystery, mystique. You know, the idea that there's something outside of science that we can't comprehend is enchanting to people. And that's why Ken Wheeler doesn't want to quantify anything, because once you quantify it, you make it mundane and within the realm of science. Once you say something is not quantifiable, like dark matter, oh, we don't know where it is. Oh, it's enchanting. It's a mystery. It's like UFOs. Oh, everybody's enchanted by the idea of UFOs. The minute a UFO lands on Earth, it'll be boring. No one will care anymore. And that's what people want. And that's what Carl Sagan did. He did his ship of the mind. And he was very dramatic enchanting in the way he presented topics that probably would have been very mundane presented by anybody else. And so I have to figure out how to work enchantment and mystery and mystique in without, doing anything fraudulent. I mean, it's got to be real stuff, but do it in a very enchanting way. And I think I've got a way to do that. I'm basically going to make an animation, a computer animation, of how galaxies form. And show from beginning to end how black holes come together to form galaxies, according to the theory of ethereal mechanics. I'd like my Patreon folks to indulge me. That's going to be a little bit of a project. It's going to take from the production, but I need to see if this is in fact, by adding a little enchantment that way, if that in fact is the missing ingredient. And then I can try to fold more of it into the videos as they come. Because I can't figure anything out. I mean, the stuff that I am producing and the stuff that's coming up, in my opinion, is totally mind-numbing. Okay. So that's the second. The second thing of today's talk is of a recent event that occurred. I was stuck on a particular mathematical phenomenon, and I'm going to put a talking hands thing right after this to explain what it is. Basically, it comes to how do you compute the energy of a circular orbiting two protons. We computed the energy in the old new electromagnetism, but I've never been happy with that. We got all the right answers, but again, the first rule of acquisition, just because you get right answers doesn't mean your derivation is right. And I was never happy with those derivations. And I'm finally getting to the point where the new derivations are good, but I got stuck for a while, and here's what happened. I was stuck. And I was like, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to produce a video to explain to the Patreon folks why or where I'm stuck. And maybe they can help come up with an answer to help push us along. But in producing that video, I figured out the answer. So I wasted like a week and a half on something I don't need now to produce. But I'm going to give you a talking hands after this to show you what the problem was real quickly. And then you can try to guess what it is when it comes out in the third part of the new energy paradigm. And the new energy paradigm is probably going to be a week after this presentation comes out. The topic of today is other stuff that's been going on. I've just had 2 weeks of vacation. I was hoping to get more work done on ethereal mechanics, but I've been in this is my house up here, and I've been putting so much time in ethereal mechanics, I've let everything else go. And I had to put an end to it. I had to go put some stuff away, especially the stuff that's related to ethereal mechanics, just sitting in boxes. And let me show you my bar area here. I'm going to take the camera off the thing and show you around a little bit. Okay, this whole area is my bar, my game room. It's got the bar in it. And it was all full of boxes before. Now the game room is completely empty. And of course there's the bar in the middle of the game room. The other thing that's been worked on, hold on, let me get the microphone out. The other thing that's been worked on is this whole area, the hallway leading from the game room was full of boxes. I'm finally getting all my videos put away. The videos I use mostly for science fiction props. And in here is what I call my control room. Okay, it's got all my electronic parts finally organized, put up so I can easily find them. Reams and reams of stuff. You know, even obsolete bipolar, all the way to high power FETs. My security system, I finally got my internet throughout the house, wired into a central location with a gigabit router. And I got my tool benches installed. Again, more parts on this side. And this is where the solar batteries are distributed. This helped out. There was a couple weekends back where we lost power for about 12 hours. It was right in the middle of the railgun experiments. And I didn't even know that the whole entire county was without power except for me and a couple of people that had backup generators. So this is already saved. This was a good investment. It has saved my butt a number of times. There's other times when we had power brownouts and I was in the middle of doing a lot of work. And so because the computer is on the solar system, I didn't lose any data. So it's already, this investment in this solar backup system has been a great investment. And so I've been putting stuff away. getting stuff organized. And the main reason is we're going into a heavy experimental phase of Ethereal Mechanics, and I need to be able to find stuff quickly, especially things like screws and fasteners and printed circuit boards, 12-volt jacks, everything is now easily accessible, and everything is in a database pretty much. Well, not everything, but enough of it's in a database. Another good reason for the database is to know I already have it, so I don't end up ordering stuff I don't need. Oh yeah, here's my Arduino shelf, stacked with Arduinos, ready to go. So that's it for this section.